What is going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, right, we're going to talk about calling, texting, a little, just, I don't know, whatever the title says below. I'm going to talk about several different things, but before we can even get in that, please subscribe. You want more videos like this, subscribe. I'm going to start making playlists on these things, so if you want to know anything about anything, damn it, I got it right here. Just gotta subscribe below. Look, bing, 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 just like that, okay? And I got 254-page ebook, absolutely free. Talks about the male mind, what's going on through that shit, right? Why is he attracted to you? Why is he not attracted to you? Why won't he commit? Why is he playing games? What are his intentions? How to keep him around? 254 fucking pages, man. Give me a break. Just click on that link below, okay? But I actually wanted to go over this today because I have this book. Now, I've always had this book for a while, but I found it wherever the fuck it was, right? And it's a big old survey book on men, right? It's called What the Fuck Are Men Thinking? And actually it's called WTF, but you know, I like to cuss, obviously. And in this book, it's a book of, you know, a survey of 100,000 men, right? And they're asked all these questions from communication to marriage, you know, work life, sex, dating, all these kind of things. And you know, it's a really big book, and it has what's it called, pie charts in there, you know, based on what men are actually saying, okay? And I kind of want to go over some stuff so you understand, again, more the male mind. I'm trying to get this shit right up in here, right over there, right home. Where's your, I'm just gonna go like that, okay? Bam. I'm trying to get that stuff up in your head so you know exactly what men are thinking. And the good thing about this is there are quotes from men, like what they are actually saying. So and when I read these, I'm going to read about 2 or 3 questions, right? And you're going to see the how they thread and intertwine with each other and why. Because I'm not going to explain it if you don't understand, right? If you haven't been watching my stuff, then I'm still going to explain it on why they thread and twine and why the guys are saying the things they're saying, okay? So the first thing is, when will he call me, okay? And the graph says, this one's a graph chart, as you can see, or a bar. Now, as you see right here, right, the first thing is, you know, when will he call me? 1 to 3 days. Now, I will agree with that 100%. I will also agree with 10%, doing it within minutes and hours. Those are the very desperate men. I would even say men texting you the next day are, you know, are kind of on the edge, okay? But it says 86% of men would text you from 1 to 3 days, and I totally agree with that. And here's what they're saying, okay? That depends on what was agreed at the moment she gave me the number. If nothing was said, then I usually wait 1 or 2 days. Now, that's about right. Men are told to wait, you know, that 3-day rule. Some men do it right after because they feel like, you know, for 2 reasons. They want to know what the woman was thinking and if she's still interested after the date. That's the 2 reasons the guy will text the very next day. He wants to know, holy shit, did the date go well? Did it? He's seeking validation. He wanted to know if it went well. He wanted to know if you're still interested after it, because if you are, then that's a good sign, right? Another guy said I would wait a day or so depending upon the schedule. He said he would call the next day, make it very brief, just to say he has your number and he was thinking about you and to make specific plans. I like that. I mean, I don't know why you would say you had the number when she gave it to you, but whatever. I do like that guy, though. What I would personally do is wait 3 days and then try to make plans 4 days later on, right? So I'll see you again a week later. Some people think that's long, but hold on. I got someone here, boom. Some people think that's long, but that's just me. The next thing, the next question would be, why doesn't he call? You see that big old pink right there? They say, well, those people say they will call. That's complete fucking bullshit. And then the red is 36%, right? People who won't call. I think it's way more than that. There's reasons why people don't call. And I'm not even going to read all this out because this guy said it perfectly. It's one of these 4 things. He thinks you didn't have a good time. He just wanted to get laid. He met someone else, and he had a good time, or you had a good time and he didn't, right? And that's very, 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 very accurate. I always say the main two reasons a guy does not text back is One, he's just not into you, and two, your main competition is women, and he found somebody else, right? A lot of women are trying to figure out men instead of compete with other women, which I know it's not about competition. There's abundance. There's enough of us to go around, but you have to remember the only thing men are wanting are women. So your only competition is women. Simple as that. Now, finally, this is going to be a short video, as you can tell. The last one is, should I call, right? Should I call? Can you see that? Should I call? And of course, you're going to see 88% of men say yes. Now, this is where I'm talking about the intertwining thing. Of course, men are going to say that because they want to know you're interested. They don't want to be turned down. They want to know the date went well. Again, the job of every man is to provide, to satisfy. We seek our validation through the lens of a woman. If the woman we like does not like us, we're done. We feel like shit. We feel like we didn't do our job as a provider, and we start to get very jealous because obviously a woman is going to have to go somewhere else to look for that. Now, I'm not saying women are seeking men for validation, or women need men to feel good about themselves. No, but that's just how it naturally is. Like you go, like we men especially, we from I'm telling you, like a deep root, our ego is strongly based on how well we can satisfy a woman. So of course, 88% of men are going to say, yeah, I want her to call me. Actually, I want to see what they say. Okay, yeah, this guy's obviously 21st century, of course. Yeah. I almost prefer it because fewer headaches for me, plus women pay for dinners and make tradition. Yeah, okay, whatever. They have passive nature. No, because women can't do so. They have passive. This guy's a sexist pig. They have a passive nature, and it always comes across as a friend call because they really take initial responsibility for what they want. What the fuck's he talking about? He's a fucking idiot, right? I know in this day and age it might be okay, but I still want to decide who, when, and how often I date, so I need to make the calls. Now, I know those guys are older. That guy was 43 years old. Don't listen to his bullshit. Listen, I think it's okay to call a guy. I think after a date, a man should call. Now, if you do call, do the things I always say. Don't text or call to have a conversation or say hey or something like that. I wouldn't even call and say I had a great time, right? You need to tell him at the end of the date, before he kisses you, let him kiss you, maybe not, that you had a great time. You need to let him know that, right? Tell him if you did have a great time, right? Even if you didn't have a great time, I would say you did, but just not take it any further because you don't want to like beat down a guy's ego. But if you had a great time, tell him right on the date, I had a great time. Thank you. That was fun. That was awesome. We should do it again, or not, whatever, right? But I think a woman, if she does reach out, it should be text, and it should be something cute, funny, unique. It has a goal. It's not just a hey smiley face. It's not a what you're doing. It's not a thinking about you. It's not a good morning. No, it should be a picture. I always use this example. It should be like a picture of you trying on different clothes, like, what looks better on me? This outfit, pick, or this outfit, pick, right? That gives a man the idea of being a provider. He thinks you care about him because you're asking for his opinion. That means a lot, and it's very different because every other woman just texts, hey, hi, how are you, stuff like that. But if you're actually doing this and showing pictures and visuals, men are very visual, okay? That's going to make all the difference. So with that being said, sorry. This video is all over the place, right? If you guys want me to read more from this or get it yourself, it's a really good book. Again, it has all. Let me open it to a random page. Hold on. Why are men so afraid to commit? Oh, I bet you want me to say that one, do you? Actually, I will. 28%, they're just afraid. 22% says they don't want to miss out on something better. Bingo, that's right. And of course, the last one, 20%, is they simply don't want to lose their freedom. I will agree with that. Actually, I would take the just afraid one out and kind of add that. I'll split that in half and add that with they don't want to give up their freedom and there's something better else out there, right? That's very, very, very true. I'm telling you, that's the two things that I say it all the time. It's competition with women, and it's they're just not that interested in you. That's the main reasons, or freedom, whatever. That's the main reasons why men don't want to commit. Will he cheat on me? Why not leave instead of cheating? What bothers men about being in a relationship? What signals you that it's time to break up? Do guys really like to cuddle? Or what do guys really think about cuddling? 93% like to cuddle, of course, stupid. I'm telling you, you can go all stuff about sex. What does he care if I'm experienced or not? Do all men like to experiment? Does he fake it? What are his fantasies? I'm telling you, I can go on and on with this stuff. So you guys want me to put this more into the books or more into the videos? I will. But that being said, I love you. Take care. Subscribe. Get my ebook below, and peace.